Welcome to the Fishing Mermaid. What'll it be?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Come back soon. We're open at all hours.
So, thank you for coming. Silvio was just going to tell me where he thinks I might find my mother's logbook.
Tomorrow, you'll be given a ship. Your mother's ship, to be precise.
But I thought it was lost in the storm.
Lost? No. But it did suffer tremendous damage. It's been recovered and repaired. As you know, I was the shipwright working on her ship. Before her accident, your mother asked me to build her a cache. A cache in her cabin, just big enough to hold a logbook. If her logbook still exists, it must be there.
Why did you come to find Alvida now? Why didn't you tell her about this earlier?
The trial undoubtedly roused his remorse.
It has nothing to do with the trial. Even if I would have liked to have had a louder voice to help save you from this masquerade. If I've come now, it's because you are going to take possession of the Constancia. You, on your mother's ship. It's too good an opportunity to miss. For I know that the captain's logbook will prove my innocence.
What do you know of Alvida's mother's fate?
Unfortunately, everyone knows what happened and who is responsible.
I have always worked my hardest on all the ships I was assigned to, and I would never have let your mother, for whom I had great respect, go to sea on a dangerous ship. I don't know what happened. There weren't many survivors, and I never had the chance to talk to them. According to the official report, the weakened ship was unable to weather the storm, and for that reason it ran aground not far from the island, resulting in the death of the captain and some of her crew. But I know that's impossible.
Didn't you lose your position because of what happened to the Constancia?
Indeed. Admiral Barcelos found me guilty of what had happened to the captain. I think he even suspects me of having done it on purpose. But since there was no real evidence against me, they just banned me from working on ships.
Thank you for answering our questions.
I still don't trust you, Silvio. But I'll check the cabin on the Constantia once we're on board.
I sincerely hope that the logbook is still there. Because then everyone will see that I was falsely accused. I'll go back to my workshop now. Thank you for listening.
I wanted to tell you how sorry I am about what happened to your friend Shada. Losing her must have been terrible. You were close, and she died in such an unfair, cruel way. I am so sorry for your loss. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'd be very happy to listen.
You must be very proud to have been named captain.
Oh, of course. And I'm all the more proud that I got my new rank as a result of an achievement. That's not always the case, you know. Sometimes the only thing that counts is your length of service. But this rank offers me such an opportunity. I'll finally be able to make my voice heard on things that are important to me. Maybe I'll be able to convince the guild to stop its involvement in human trafficking. In any case, I'll do everything in my power to make that happen.
I had no idea there were so many natives of my island on this continent. Did you know?
I suspected as much. I know the ship I served on is far from the only one transporting your people. Transporting. Kidnapping would be more accurate, wouldn't it? However, I would never have imagined that our crimes were so great. And that we'd brought so many here. It shames and angers me. I'm so dreadfully sorry that our guild is involved in this.
Have you and Sybil known each other for a long time?
We met a few years ago, when I was a deckhand on the ship that brought her to Alima. We hit it off right away. And we saw each other several times while she was working. We became friends. And when I was looking for a way to get you out of jail, she was the first person who came to mind. She's resourceful, but also funny. You should see her impression of her uncle. She's incredible.
What were you doing on the ship that kidnapped us, if you didn't approve of their actions?
When you're a common sailor, you can't choose which ship you embark on. And you can't choose your missions, or what you're transporting. Like most Knots, I disapprove of carrying forced passengers. And believe me, I said just that to my captain at the time. But alas, he's the kind of person who puts profit above conscience, enriching the guild rather than adhering to its original spirit. I'll do my best to redeem my people and convince them to stop the trafficking.
What can you tell me about Yuxantis?
Our island is quite far from the mainland. Its land is poor, and its waters are terribly dangerous. Also, the people who live there have always been exceptional fishermen and sailors. Their survival depended on it. This talent made them useful to the mainlanders, and one day the sailors decided to unite into a guild. And the Knots quickly became not only sailors, but also shipbuilders. We build the ships, weave the sails, and braid the ropes on our island. Nowadays, not all Yuxantians are sailors, but they all still depend on the wealth of our guild. And for those who sail the seas, it's a home port, their only true home beyond the waves.
I won't bother you any longer.
See you soon.
Back! Thief! Cheater! Come out, you rogue! I know you're in there! Give me back my money, you cheat! I wasn't drunk at all! Who are you? Why are you looking at me like that?
What's going on?
What's going on? What's going on is that the dirty cheat who lives here stole a pile of money from me while playing cards.
Maybe you had a streak of bad luck. It can happen.
No, it's not possible. I've got a strategy. I can't lose.
Come on. You should give me that bottle and go home. You can always come back tomorrow and win back your money with your strategy.
That's not such a bad idea. Here, we'll be back tomorrow.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
Alvida left for the port at dawn. She was excited to see her ship at last. Are we going to meet her?
There you are. I'm happy to see you out of that courtroom and cleared of those ridiculous accusations. Captain Alvida has already returned to her ship and is busy preparing for your journey. When you're ready, just say the word and we'll take you aboard too.
We're ready.
In that case, climb into this boat and it will take you aboard. Godspeed.
Well, what do you think of my ship? It's quite the change from that old skiff. This one even has a cabin.
Yes, it is a fine vessel. But when will you take us back?
As soon as I can pay the crew and stock the old with food for the trip.
My family would certainly be able to finance the journey, especially since it would be an opportunity for them to compete with the Dorsays. They're a rival family who rule over the cities of Serene and New Serene. Come to think of it, they too could finance our trip, I suppose. They certainly have the means.
That would entail going to Peren, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind going there too. There's someone there I need to see.
Really? Someone from Thélème, I presume?
Yes, a man of the cloth who might be able to help me get home. A certain Father Cardinal Pius.
I've heard of him. A charming old man who lives like a monk, I believe.
Yes, he's a priest and the Thélème ambassador. He can help me get home, but his influence could also be useful in getting your expedition financed.
Yes, I've heard of him. Well, having the backing of influential people is rarely a bad thing. My family is going to be thrilled when they hear about my exploits in Alima.
As for me, I'd like to go back to Iskiara. We left behind a giant, rampaging creature, and I hate to think what might happen to the locals and my companions. We can't just leave this beast to wander around. We have to find out what happened after our timely getaway. And since it's not possible to dock in Dooten, this will bring me as close as possible.
That's a lot of destinations to choose from. We'll have to choose just one. So, where are we headed? I'm glad you came to see me. I'm going to need your help. It's a personal matter.
What does it entail?
As you may remember, Silvio told me about a cache on the Constanzia. Despite everything that's happened to that ship since sinking, it wasn't discovered. I found my mother's logbook in there, but she had so little trust that she wrote in code. And I don't understand any of it. I need to know what information it holds. It may give me some insight into what happened to her. You understand?
Of course. But what do you expect from me?
I need you to find someone who can translate the logbook.
I'm at your service.
Someone in Ixantis can surely help us. One of the admirals, perhaps.
I won't bother you any longer.
See you soon.
Hello? I didn't know we had a merchant on board.
Not all ships do, but it seems that you have support among the admirals. Would you like to see what I have for sale? I sell a bit of everything.
Ah, excellent timing. I was just thinking about you. I wanted to ask you something.
What is it?
I suppose you haven't forgotten our memorable encounter with my nephew Rudolph? It so happens that I've just received a message concerning him. It appears to have been written by a servant who accuses me of being responsible for the disappearance of his mistress, a merchant from the congregation. He says that she was lured to a meeting by my nephew and never came back. In the course of the various threats of torture and accusations he makes, it emerges that my nephew has also disappeared. I'm worried about him. We don't have a good relationship, but it's all my fault, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to him. I could take care of it myself, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be thinking clearly because it involves my family. Would you help me find my nephew and this woman?
I'm sorry, but I've simply got too much to do right now. I'll come back and talk to you as soon as I can.
Thank you, but don't be too long. I'd regret it for the rest of my life if anything were to happen to him too.
We'll talk later.
I'll always be here if you need me.
I know you already have a lot to do, but I would still like to ask a favor, if you can spare a moment.
It's not really the moment. We'll see what we can do later.
Of course. There's no hurry. Come back and see me at a more opportune moment.
I've seen you use rifles like the people in the Alliance. They are powerful weapons, and I'd like to know how to use them.
You young people are all the same. Always curious and eager to acquire new skills. I'll show you the fundamentals, so you could use them without hurting yourself. Well, what do you think?
It wasn't as hard as it seemed. Thank you, Sophia. Bye.
See you.
Yuxantis! Home at last! I hope at least one of the admirals can help us. This is the first time I've heard of an encrypted logbook.
Doesn't she have other relatives who might know her code?
She and my father hadn't been getting along very well towards the end. But apart from them, I don't really see who could help us.
Well done. You've managed to get out of this scrape brilliantly. I hold this emissary and her vision of the world in the highest contempt. I'm glad you were able to put her in her place.
We need your help. We found Captain Estrella's logbook, but unfortunately it's all in code.
You found her logbook? That's excellent news. I know that our master librarian has been dying to get his hands on it.
My mother hid it in a cache in her cabin. It was still there. But as my friend told you, we can't decipher it.
That's strange. She must have felt threatened or watched to feel the need to encode it.
This makes deciphering it all the more important.
Indeed. Alas, I wasn't close enough to your mother for her to entrust me with her feelings, or with any kind of code. But there must be people she worked with and trusted. They could probably tell you more.
Your mother trusted her carpenter enough to ask him to build her a cache. Why not ask him?
I must admit that, at least on this subject, he doesn't seem to have lied to us.
Thank you for your help, Admiral.
Don't mention it. I hope you'll find some answers. I always thought the official explanation a little too simplistic. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Thank you for your time.
It's my pleasure. Listen here, dirtbag.
Captain Alvida, please.
Guard, what do you want from this man?
Nothing that concerns you, Captain. But if I were you, I'd avoid him. Unless you've forgotten what he did.
Are you threatening me? Here? You forget your place.
No, of course not. I wouldn't dare. But for your sake, Captain Alvida, I'll leave this wretched incompetent alone. But don't forget, your mother trusted him in the past, and that she paid for it with her life. This man is nothing but lies and treachery.
It seems that Silvio is in trouble. Is everything all right? Who was that woman?
I'm fine, thank you. And I have no idea who that woman was.
Do you know why she threatened you?
No, I've never seen her before. She must have been sent by someone. Since my downfall, I've been watched, mistreated. People talk behind my back, but this was different. She told me plainly not to rake up the past. I imagine that the trial has stirred up memories.
Who could resent you so much as to send someone to threaten you?
Well, I don't think that... Well, obviously I'm not sure, but... Well, apart from you, Captain Alvida, the only one who resents me is your father.
My father? Our opinions often clash, but he would never do such a thing. Just like me. He would like to know what happened to my mother.
Someone probably heard what you said at the tavern. Someone who would prefer that the truth never be discovered.
It would mean that this person was involved in the accident. Otherwise, why threaten you?
I don't know. But your friend isn't wrong. It's the only sensible explanation.
She should have kept quiet. These threats have only strengthened my resolve to find out what happened to my mother.
We found Captain Estrella's logbook.
It was exactly where you said it would be. In the cache you built in our cabin.
Oh, I knew it. And? Did you read it? Do you believe me now when I say I had nothing to do with it?
The logbook is encoded. It's my mother's handwriting. I don't understand what she wrote.
She trusted you enough to build the cache. But did she trust you enough to tell you about her code?
Oh, no. Believe me, I wish she had. To my knowledge, the only person she really trusted was her first mate. Her name is Alma. She survived the shipwreck, but she no longer lives here, nor on a ship, for that matter. I've heard that she went to live in Olima. She's said to have settled somewhere near the port, but that's all I know.
Thank you, Silvio. We'll try to find her.
May the winds be merciful. I hope she'll be able to enlighten you. I really do.
If you want us to decipher your mother's logbook, we'll have to go to Olima.
I heard of a somewhat shady merchant, a colleague of sorts, who runs a shop by the port at night. She must know where to find a Naut who's forsworn the sea. She's the kind of person someone in my field of work needs to know.
Thank you, Ludwig. I value your suggestion. Safia would surely have proposed a more honest approach, but this merchant is a good lead. These are the arid shores of Tainea. Do you know if Fausta had a way of contacting her friend? It's not going to be easy for a band of fugitives to get this to Zerin.
We should ask her.
The weather's nice today, isn't it?
You're the ones in all those It's always hard to recognize someone from a description, but I'm pretty sure it's you.
What?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure of it. I've got to warn the guards.
I think I can solve this problem if you'd like. Sir, you must be mistaken. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Safia. I'm a cartographer and explorer, and these people are members of my entourage.
Your entourage? Really? But there are posters all over town describing these people and portraying them as wanted criminals.
We've just come back from Tir-Fredi, where we were on an expedition for many months. I know that for many people here, all islanders look alike, but I can assure you there's no way these people could have committed a crime in this city. This is their first time here. Now, if you don't mind, we had to go straight to the science district to report our findings to the city's logicians.
I'm really confused. Sorry to have bothered you. I better get back to what I was doing.
The guards put up posters describing you.
You require treatment. You're wounded.
This poster describes us and says that we're hunted by the guard. We'd better tear it down.
The weather's nice today, isn't it?
I can't do it.
Hello?
Greetings.
I hear guards coming this way. We should avoid them. I don't like the idea of fighting them when they're just doing their job.
Hello?
I can't do it.
Desert armor, guns, muskets and rifles.
Let's show them what we're made of!
At least I won't die at the end of a rope. It's my compatriot, the one who thinks she's a fairy tale knightess. She must have come face to face with reality, and now she's drowning her sorrows in this inn.
Oh, you're from that miraculous island, aren't you?
I imagine that there are more urgent matters than visiting the man I spoke of, Father Cardinal Pius, who lives in Peren. That said, we need to go and meet him as soon as possible. I need to inform him of all that we have witnessed. Kernaz's rise in power, his unwarranted attacks against the islanders. He will know what to do to put an end to it, and will be a strong ally against the general. And he is also a close relation of the de Vespe family, who could finance the journey to Tir Fredi. He could certainly help us convince them if the support from Sybil proves insufficient.
We'll go to Peren soon enough, and we will be sure to meet him then.
If you end up docking in the city, I'll meet you at the embassy.
Of course. Do you know how we are going to meet that friend you spoke about? Zarin?
I think so. I sent her a message while we were still in Euxantis to tell her that we had arrived. I said that we would return to Alima, and that we would most assuredly be in need of her help. When we arrived, I went to the port aviary to see if we had received a message. We had indeed. She apparently has some very important matters to reveal to us that merit secrecy. She's asked to meet us in one of the warehouses near the port. A place, she says, is connected to our current matter at hand.
A warehouse? There must be dozens of them in the port. Did she give us any directions?
She said that it's a warehouse found in the Nort confines. A private warehouse, sometimes used by her husband's followers. It should have their coat of arms on the door. A crowned golden eagle, holding swords in its talons, on a purple field. A tad gaudy, I know.
The magic that you're using is different from ours. Do you think you could teach me to use it?
I admit that I never thought about it. Of course, there is special training required to wield the rings, but you need to possess the gift of the enlightened. And your faith is so different than our own. But who am I to question what the divine intends for you? Let's try. We'll see what happens. It's incredible. May the enlightened forgive me. But I would have never thought that a native not of our faith could be so gifted in our magic. Of course, you'll need to continue practicing in order to progress. But you have the gift. This much is true.
Thank you, Fausta. I must leave you.
See you later.
I know there's a patrol around here. We should take another alley to avoid them.
Let's show them what we're made of!
The guard will soon be here, parasite! You dare to try to rob me! Me! We should hang all the wretches like you who snatch bread from the hands of those who have hard-earned it!
Mercy, madam! No need to call the guard. I didn't do anything, I swear!
Sometimes my people drive me to despair. How can one remain deaf to the pleas of a starving man? We should intervene to help him.
The guard will soon...
What's going on? What did he do?
Where are you from? You clearly know nothing of the disastrous situation of this city. This piece of scum, like all those of his kind, is incessantly sneaking around my stalls. I saw him with my own 2 eyes. This time he stole my bread, and not just a little. He's a thief.
I didn't steal anything, I swear. I was hanging around here in the hope that someone would give me a bit of bread. I'm starving.
I feel sorry for him too. But he stole some bread. His sleeve is covered in flour.
How much did this man steal from you?
He took one of those big loaves of bread. I could have sold it for 20 coins.
Don't worry. I'll pay this poor man's debt.
You're too generous. I hope this scum will be grateful for your favor. You can leave, thief. There won't always be a good lord to pay your way out of trouble, so don't let me see you around here again.
Thank you. I'm eternally grateful for your kindness.
We are missing something to make this work. This door is locked.
The coat of arms on this flag is not one of ours, and it seems to correspond to the description Foster gave us.
This warehouse is most assuredly the one we're looking to find.
In this kind of place, the best.
Sorry, you can't come in here. The warehouse area is only for naughts or persons with proper authorization.
I can easily convince this guard to let us in. I'm a captain after all. Did my ink become invisible overnight?
Oh, My apologies, Captain. I didn't see you there. Forgive us. We're a little nervous. We've been asked to be more vigilant lately.
There have been thefts from some of the warehouses, and people are obviously getting into the area despite our surveillance.
Well, I can confirm that you're doing your job well. May we enter now?
Of course, Captain. By all means.
Is anyone there? Zeren? We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
We need to take a look around this place. Zeren must be hiding somewhere out of sight of her husband's men. Somewhere discreet.
Why did those idiots have to choose a place this filthy? Ugh! Oh, there you are at last. Oh, I'm a little surprised. I was expecting to see one of my friends with you.
Do you mean Fausta? She wasn't able to come with us, but I believe the two of you spoke.
Indeed. And seeing you, I better understand her interest in my husband's schemes. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Zeren, wife to General Kernaz, a man whose path you've crossed under tragic circumstances, which trouble me greatly. He has always been driven by a thirst for power and glory, but he is a mere man-at-arms, which here means little. However, his successes on the battlefield and the confidence of his men have gone to his head. He has become obsessed with a single dream of late: to become emperor of a country that does not yet exist. A folly that, fortunately, few are prepared to accept, unless he is able to find support amongst the population. This he hopes to do by solving the problem of the native uprisings on Tir Fredi, at the expense of Governor Burhan.
I'm sorry to tell you this, madam, but your husband has lost his mind. How does he expect to accomplish such a thing?
Unfortunately, he doesn't tell me everything. You're going to have to find out for yourself, which is why I've asked you to meet me here. He and his supporters use this warehouse occasionally, so you may find some clues here. Find out what he's up to. Gather evidence, and I'll do everything in my power to help you. I know a representative of Morsinia, someone with influence, and whose politics are diametrically opposed to my husband's imperialist ambitions. I could introduce you. But we'll need solid evidence in order for any action to be taken.
I'm no stranger to this kind of place. Under the cover of harmless goods, more interesting things are easily hidden there.
Be quick in any case, because his men could show up at any time, and you don't want to be discovered. Let me know as soon as you have something solid. One last thing. I thought I saw some posters about you. It seems that at least some of you are wanted by the guard. I shall do my best to have the notice cancelled, but it's going to take some time. Please be careful until then. I must leave you. My absence must not be noticed. Above all, be extremely careful.
A list? Most everything on it can be deciphered easily. But this strange abbreviation in the middle could well be what we seek.
There's nothing strange about this order. It corresponds in every manner to something a general would require for their troops.
Glass beakers, retorts. What would a general need with this? In any case, this could well be what that abbreviation on the list was referring to.
These steel tools make me think of the ones the doctors or barbers use. But I'm by no means a specialist in the matter.
I think we've seen enough.
Agreed. And now we need to focus on understanding what we've discovered. We must consult someone who knows about both Kernaz's activities and the sciences. One of my good friends fits that description perfectly. She works in the science district.
Let's go, before we're taken in by who knows who.
weather's nice today, isn't it?
Weapons from the others? You looking for weapons or armor? My selection comes from the best craftsmen in Alima and overseas. Please, look.
We could wear one of those bird beak masks.
I think this Alcible is wounded, and he still seems panicked. We should try to approach him quietly to find out what upset him.
Show them what we're made of!
This armor is no good anymore!
We've lost one of ours! I must remain focused!
This armor is useless now!
Help! I need a... Help! I need a hand!
At least
least I won't die at the end of the road. My armor is completely ruined. At least I won't.
We've lost one of ours! I must remain focused.
At least I won't die at the end of a rope.
Elise, I'm happy to see you're doing well.
Safia, I thought you were still traveling halfway across the world. It's a pleasure to see you again. But you didn't come alone. Who are your friends?
We met in Euxantis and we discovered we had common interests. But that's a long story for another time. Allow me to introduce you to Elise, a logician of Alima, a great mathematician and longtime friend.
Pleased to meet you.
As am I. I'm very happy to meet you. Safia's friends are my friends too. She was my mentor, and I owe everything to her. Please, let me also introduce my associates. Can, one of the city's leading pathologists and anatomists.
Nice to meet you.
And this is Bilgin, one of our most brilliant philosophers.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
But you must have come here for a reason. What can we do for you?
We found scientific equipment in warehouses belonging to Kornas and his supporters.
There were retorts, lots of glassware, as well as tools that immediately brought surgery to mind.
Kurnaz is a military man. I don't see what he could be doing with this kind of equipment. Of course, there are doctors and surgeons who travel with the army, but they wouldn't need beakers or glassware.
And they're more like butchers than researchers.
We need to understand what this equipment is going to be used for. We know that Kornas has a plan for my people. And after what was done to us on the ship that brought us here, I need to know what he's got in mind.
What did they do to you?
Someone in a barbed mask came, slashed our arms open and rubbed a scrap of fabric on the wound. We recovered quickly. But one of our friends died.
I'm very sorry about that. My condolences for your loss.
You were inoculated to protect you against a disease. It's a risky but highly effective procedure. Unfortunately, it seems that your friend succumbed to the disease. Either that, or she was part of a control group.
In any case, I now understand why you're worried.
The equipment you saw was used for scientific research, which in Olima is largely carried out here.
And we have it on good authority that none of the scholars who work here work for them.
Could they have taken over Asili's old laboratory?
You're right. That would be the perfect place to conduct research in secret.
What can you tell me about this laboratory?
Asili was a doctor and pathologist who was given his own laboratory in the city. A place dedicated solely to research on disease. When he left the city for your island, the laboratory closed down. It seems to me that only a team of his former assistants still goes there to sort through his discoveries.
There are many rumors about the place. It doesn't have a good reputation.
Oh, some say that there are underground rooms used to hide dreadful experiments. But that's ridiculous.
But there is often a grain of truth in rumors. In any case, this nearly abandoned laboratory would be the ideal place for experiments.
Where is it?
Not far from here, just downhill.
Who is Asili?
A remarkable physician and pathologist. He discovered the principle of inoculation, which makes a person resistant to a specific disease.
He has the most brilliant mind in the field. His work has given our research a new impetus, and he has saved thousands of lives.
That's true, but he's also a man whose reputation has become rather scandalous in recent years.
Now, gentlemen, we're not here to entertain rumors spread by the city's students.
Thank you for your help. We're going to visit the laboratory.
Although it's nearly closed today, it is still guarded. The research carried out there could be dangerous in the wrong hands. Be careful.
Thanks again, Elise. I'll let you know what we find out. We should take a look in Asili's old laboratory. Elise is right. It would be the perfect place to conduct clandestine research.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. How can we help you?
We'll leave you to your research.
Goodbye. Please feel free to come back anytime you need help.
I suggest borrowing a doctor's suit to be more inconspicuous. Elise was right. The entrance to the laboratory is still guarded. We could talk to them. In any case, let's try to avoid violence, shall we? We could probably get in more easily if we were dressed like doctors.
least I won't die at the end.
You require treatment. You're wounded. You require treatment. You're wounded. This armor is useless now.
At least I won't die at the end. At least I won't die at the end of a rope.
You require treatment. You're wounded.
Heal yourself, or you won't last much longer.
Why must I always be the last? them what we're made of! Remember my counsel and keep your eyes open!
At least I won't die at the end of a rope.
You require treatment, you're wounded!
Costumes and uniforms! Hello? Have something specific in mind? Please look around. Take your time. precious! There's something for everyone! Approach!
We could wear one of those bird beak masks the doc...
Elise was right. The entrance to the laboratory is still guarded. We could talk... to them. In any case, let's try to avoid violence, shall we? We could probably get in more easily if we were dressed like doctors.
I can't do it.
Is anybody there? Is anybody there? Hey lads, we're finally gonna have some fun!
Let's show them what we're made of!
Is there anybody there? Again. When will they learn?
Now.
Move along. I have a patrol to finish.
Ladies and gent, goods from all over the world, available at the best prices. Want to take a look?
Move along. I don't talk to foreigners. I have goods from all over the world if you're interested. Hello? What can I do for you?
We are looking for a Nord who forswore the sea to settle here. A certain Alma.
I'm just a humble merchant. Why would I have that kind of information?
We don't know each other directly, but you must have heard of me. My name is Ludwig.
Now that you mention it, your face is not unfamiliar, dear colleague. As a matter of fact, I do know where to find her. But know that this kind of information comes at a price. Perfect. Alma lives in the northeast. Her house is located near the military district gate. But you should hurry up and find her. I know for a fact that soldiers are searching for her.
What could they possibly want from her? Is it because she deals with you?
Absolutely not. It's not for lack of trying to convince her to work for me, but she's the honest type. I don't know why they're searching for her, but if you ask me, it's not to court her.
We'll leave you to your business.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
We must find Alma as soon as possible. We cannot allow the soldiers to arrest her. I wonder why they're after her.
I have some items I brought back from my travels. Would you like to take a look at them?
We're too late.
You! Stop right there! This is a special operation, and we have every power to arrest you if you get in our way.
We're sorry. We don't want to interfere with your operation, but we're curious. What's going on?
It's none of your business. Now move on, move on! But... wait, I recognize you. You're all wanted. What a piece of luck. We're gonna pocket the reward. To arms, men!
Let's show them what we're made of. If you dare harm the captain in any way, you'll pay for it!
You require treatment, you're wounded!
This armor is useless now!
Thank you for coming to our aid. But who are you?
Who I am doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that Alvida is safe and sound.
Listen, old chap. If you think the captain needs protecting, you're even madder than you look.
I see that you're in good company, Captain. That you have friends by your side. But I have my orders. Nothing was to happen to you.
And may I know who gave you those orders?
Well, your father, of course. He's worried, what with the trial and this investigation that you are conducting. He asked me to keep an eye on you, to protect you.
Unbelievable. Where was he when we faced that giant creature on the coast? Or when his alliance friends were trying to kill us? Where was he when I guided that skiff through the storm? Nowhere. He was never there. All I have, I owe only to myself. But now, he suddenly feels guilty and decides to stick me with a guard. Get out of here. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm old enough to defend myself.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but I have my orders.
Alvida, this is between you and your father. It's up to you to decide if you want him to help us, or if you want to send him away for good.
I'm no longer a child. And I was never a china doll. I have no need of your protection. Go tell my father that I am now old enough to look after myself. And that I'm in good company.
I am sorry that you feel this way. But I understand. And I must even say that I admire you, Captain. I will take your message to your father. And I wish you well.
Have you ever seen this man, Alvida? Is he really one of your father's men?
I've never seen him before, but if he says that my father ordered him to guard me, it must be true. I can't believe he has so little trust in me.
Do you blame your father for wanting to protect you? Or for not understanding that you no longer need his protection?
I don't care what my father wants. I don't want this man around me.
Alma, you can come out. The soldiers are no longer a threat.
For now. But others will come, and we'd better be far from here when they arrive.
How can I know that you mean me no harm?
Alma, I'm Alvida, Estrella's daughter.
Alvida? No. No, that's impossible. The last time I saw Alvida, she was still too young to be a ship hand. And from your ink, I can see you're a captain.
I grew up and climbed to the top, it's true. Yet I am Alvida, Estrella's daughter. And today I am here to ask for your help. I found my mother's logbook on board the Constantia. But I need you to decipher it.
Then you found her cache. With Silvio's help, I suppose? You are who you say you are. I will help you, but only if you help me in return. As you said, I can't stay here. Take me to a safe place, and I'll do what you want.
We could escort you to my ship. Your old ship, the Constantia, and from there, drop you off wherever you please.
You can come out, Alma. We'll take you to the ship.
Alma, don't worry. We'll get you to the Constantia safe and sound.
Thank you, Alvida. And thank you all. I really don't understand why these soldiers want me dead.
We'll have to be very careful on the way. Other soldiers may be looking for you. We've almost reached the Constantia.
I'm really grateful for your help. I must admit that I'm a little nervous about setting foot on that ship again.
Oh, it's been perfectly repaired. You'll see.
For experience, it's precisely when one thinks that one's home and dry that all hell breaks loose. Stay on your toes.
We're here. All we have to do is row out to our ship.
Thank you. Thank you for protecting me and getting me here. Alvida, you really are your mother's daughter. Brave, generous, and trustworthy. If you have anything else to do here, I can go to the ship alone and wait for you there. I don't want to be a burden.
Yes, you'd better go and take shelter on the ship. We'll join you shortly. Hello, Alma. I hope you were able to settle down and recover from your ordeal.
Yes, and thank you again for coming to my aid. What a relief to be here on the Constantia. It has been well repaired. Estrella would be glad to see it. And even more so to know that you're Captain Alvida.
Thank you, Alma.
Will you be able to help us decipher the logbook we found?
Estrella had become very suspicious before her end. She had Silvio build the cache. She started writing in code. She never wanted to tell me what was causing her concerns. But she did give me her encryption key. So yes, it'll probably take a while, but I should be able to decipher her logbook.
Do you know why the Alliance soldiers were after you?
Not in the least. I've done my best to be discreet and lead a quiet life since I moved here. In any case, thank goodness you came. I have the feeling that they didn't intend to let me live.
I doubt these happenings are chance. It's as if our search brought on this attack.
It does seem to be quite a coincidence. But how could they know?
Remember the threat Silvio received? Some people, including Knots, don't want us to find out what happened to my mother.
I hope that the content of this logbook will enlighten us. What can you tell us about Captain Estrella?
She was an incredible woman, unwaveringly courageous and just. She knew how to lead her crew in fairness and kindness. I would have followed her to the end of the world. And she was also an excellent friend. You remind me of her, Alvida. I have no doubt that she would be proud of you.
We'll let you get over your ordeal.
I'm already much better, don't worry. And I'm going to get to work immediately. If I may, I will disembark at one of your next stops in the congregation or in Dutton. I'm no longer made for life at sea. I'll send you a message as soon as I've finished decrypting the logbook.
Thank you, Alma. And of course, we will drop you off wherever you want. And thank you for agreeing to help me in this whole affair. It means a lot to me. I can't believe my father sent someone to keep an eye on me and protect me. Oh, does he really believe me to be so defenseless? Anyway, forgive my bad temper. Did you want to talk about something?
I won't bother you any longer.
Don't worry. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Prepare to disembark. We've arrived. Here's the coast. We'll finally be able to set foot on land.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
What a lovely day.
All these bodies. Victims of the Malikor, I imagine. But why bring them to this abandoned laboratory?
I don't know. Perhaps they brought them here so no one would see them.
Yes. Do you speak our language?
There have long been rumors of an underground laboratory in the district. I wonder if this goods lift leads there. These are the city's ancient baths. They date back to the time of the Astrians, who built a city here. The city we see today was built on top of it.
Look out! Guards!
Make you wish you'd never been born.
I can't believe it. An entire military camp, hidden beneath the city. If Kurnaz wanted to stage a coup, this is exactly how he'd go about it.
Maybe he's plotting something. Who knows?
A bit of action. They'll let the sea that gave them life. This armor's no good anymore! I need help from someone. I'm wounded. Let's show them what...
So, you're the ones stirring up all the trouble. My men are in need of some serious training if they allowed a puny band of louts, led by a savage, make it this far. And how considerate of you to have come all this way. I understand your impatience to serve science. But enough gossiping. Guards, take them! Our scientists will be happy to have a few new subjects for their experiments.
You think we're just going to give up without a fight?
Remember my counseling? Your eyes open! Told them what will... This armor...
Is everyone all right?
Blessed be the enlightened. I was truly convinced we would have to lay down our weapons in the face of so many soldiers.
Since everyone is safe and sound, I think it would be wise to get going, and fast. We won't be able to hold off forever against another wave of soldiers. The scientists seem to have made a hasty exit. They didn't take the time to put anything away. They must have heard us fighting and decided to leave.
The scientists kept copious notes and charts. The lack of empathy they bear towards your people is terrifying.
I can't do it. This is just what we needed.
What is this enormous lizard? It looks like they were preparing to dissect it.
They study everything that comes from our island. Creatures and humans alike. And they slaughter them.
This lever should activate the primary door. Engaging it may allow us to exit.
Show them what we're made of!
We need a key to open this door.
Well, have you found out where Kernaz has been carrying out his experiments?
Yes. We discovered a gigantic site under Rasili's laboratory.
Imagine that. The rumor was true. Incredible.
There were a great many soldiers, but also a place where experiments were carried out on my people.
How horrible. And these experiments were done on Kernaz's orders?
Yes. We found letters that make a direct reference to him, as well as scientific research documents.
But however did you discover this place?
When searching the old laboratory that you indicated to us, we found a hidden lift. It went down into the depths of the earth until it stopped in ancient ruins.
That must certainly be the thermal baths from the Astrian period.
While exploring the zone, we stumbled across the camp of a soldier who was protecting an underground building. Inside the building they carried out experiments, and my kin were held captive. These research documents that we found in the laboratory, none of us understand what they mean. But we need clear proof of what these people are up to.
May I take a look? This is beyond my capacities, even though I do recognize a few formulas. I suppose that you would be far more able to understand what this is all about?
If I could help you, it would be with pleasure. But I'm going to need some time to decode all of this.
We'd better let him work in peace. You should come back later.
I would prefer to wait here if it's all right with you.
Of course. You should make yourself comfortable. It's going to take a little while.
I'm going to use the time to send a message to Zerin and set up a meeting in a few hours. She'll be waiting to hear news of our discoveries.
Excellent idea.
Here are your documents and our explanatory notes. What you've discovered is terrifying.
We thought as much. But what exactly is it?
This research is inhumane. It violates the code of ethics that is the very foundation of medicine. It has only one goal: to spread death.
The scientists behind this research studied a number of contagious diseases in order to selectively infect and eliminate your people. They chose smallpox as the perfect candidate.
Smallpox?
It's a terrible, often fatal disease that causes a high fever and vomiting. Its most recognizable symptom is the rash and blisters it causes to form all over the body.
That's what killed Sheda.
I'm sorry for your friend, and I'm appalled that a project like that could ever have seen the light of day. The disease is so contagious that even fabric that has been in contact with someone who is sick can spread it. Since your people seem to be more sensitive to this disease than us, and you haven't been inoculated against it like we have, you can imagine what will happen.
We must stop this project at all costs. Let's hope Zerin's contact is convinced by this evidence and can help us. Why was Sheda the only one of us to die?
You told us you were inoculated. I think the scientists on the ship wanted to see if this method would work on your people as well. You're living proof that it does. Your friend, on the other hand, must not have received the same treatment.
Thank you for helping us understand this research.
I truly hope that you will be able to stop this project from being implemented. It's an abomination.
We'll leave you to your research.
Goodbye. Please feel free to come back anytime you need help.
Let's go to the rendezvous point, where Zerin will be waiting for us.
There you are. I got your message, and I'm glad to see you're safe and sound. My husband's men can be so violent. Were you able to find out what he's plotting? Did you gather evidence we can use to have him arrested?
Yes. Your husband has scientists carrying out experiments on my people under the greatest secrecy. They discovered that we are more susceptible to smallpox than you are. They intend to use it to selectively eliminate us. Their aim is to conquer our island without having to fight.
How awful. Were you able to retrieve any documents that demonstrate this and prove that he's involved?
Yes. We have research documents. Accounts of experiments that were translated, as it were, by some scholars we know.
Excellent. When I received your message, I immediately sent word to one of my contacts, the Morsinian ambassador. He's a level-headed man, well-versed in diplomacy, who will know how to put an end to this madness, I'm sure. Here's a pass that will get you to the embassy in the military district. Go and see him as soon as you can.
Thank you. You aren't coming with us?
I don't want my husband to know that I'm helping you. It's far too risky. One last thing. I pulled some strings, and you're no longer wanted. You should be able to get around town without any trouble. But avoid fighting, especially with the guards. Let me know if you need my help with anything else, and be careful.
Goodbye, Sarah. And thank you.
Please, please don't let me rot away in here. Thank you for answering me. I was beginning to despair.
What do you want?
I have to escape. It would be more than my neck is worth to stay here. I'd end up swinging from a rope just like the others. I can't escape alone, as you can see. So, a little help wouldn't be amiss.
Why were you arrested?
Your accent. You're not from here, are you? Could you also have heard things that you shouldn't have? I'm surprised that you're not wallowing in a cell. I know only too well what that's like.
I'm not. It's true. In fact, I am of the Duton people. But that's not why I was captured, although it best remain unknown. I got caught because of my line of work. I'm a smuggler, you see. I smuggle illicit goods. And people. People like you, actually. From one country to another. It's a bit ironic. Normally, I'm the one who helps others escape and avoid the guards. Now, I'm reduced to begging for your help.
I see. We have among our friends someone who's in the same line of work.
In that case, they must have told you the fate that's reserved for people like us. Please don't leave me here.
We'll see what can be done.
Well, don't wait too long. I imagine they're already choosing which tree they're gonna hang me from.
I don't like the idea of leaving him to face the gallows, when his only crime is helping some poor people flee this country.
Let's see what we can do to get him out of there.
What do you want? If you want to know when the execution will take place, I don't know. I've not yet been informed.
Actually, we'd like to convince you to release him.
You've got a lot of nerve. Freeing Wolfgang, the smuggler, when we've been trying to get our hands on him for months. Go ahead, I'm listening. I'd love a bit of a laugh.
Your senior officers will no doubt receive commendations and perhaps a reward for this capture. But what about you?
We won't gain a thing, that's for sure. Just our paycheck, nothing more. Hold on. I think I see what you're getting at.
Our man hasn't committed murder or a blood crime, so why not let him off? In exchange for a hefty bit of compensation, of course.
Well, that'd improve our day-to-day for a while. Very well. We'll let him go, but he'll have to make himself scarce. We don't want to take the fall for this.
I doubt he wants to hang around here. I'm sure he'll take off as soon as you release him.
You're free. I'd advise you to leave the city quickly before the officers realize you've escaped. And you can thank your benefactors in the process. But don't linger. If any more guards come, we'll have to take you back.
He's right. You'd better leave as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'm eternally grateful for what you've done for me.
Be more careful in the future, young man.
I shall repay your kindness, I promise. Goodbye.
This is the Morsinian embassy. Only authorized persons are allowed to enter.
It just so happens that we have a pass to meet with the ambassador.
This document seems to be in order. You may enter.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you.
An islander from Tyr Freddy. Forgive me, but I must admit I found it hard to believe Zeren's missive. Your people are so poorly represented here in diplomatic affairs. It is a true pleasure to meet you. There's so much I'd like to know about your island. But of course, my questions can wait. I believe you had a pressing matter you wished to discuss with me.
Indeed. We'd like to speak with you about General Kurnas. You should know that he is the reason for our presence here, as he had us abducted by his men in order to conduct experiments on us. One of our friends died at their hands, so we are direct witnesses to his actions, which furthered our desire to find out more. With the help of our friends from the continent, we investigated and discovered that he was conducting research in a secret laboratory.
A secret laboratory? Here, in Alima?
Yes, in the caves beneath Dr. Rasili's abandoned laboratory.
I've heard about this, but I thought they were just rumors.
We recovered the research notes and had them translated and summarized by other scholars. Look, you can see for yourself.
It's abominable. What absurd reason could have inspired him to take on this horrific project? I know our relations with the chiefs on your island can sometimes be challenging, but that's no reason to eliminate an entire people.
Apparently, he hopes to win enough popularity to be crowned Emperor. But Zeren could probably tell you more about that.
I'd heard of this imperialist faction, but I admit I didn't pay much mind to it. What madness! An empire! Morsinia and Thraxis would never agree to such a thing. The only thing they would do is precipitate the breakup of the Alliance. Rest assured that I will share these documents with the Al-Sad Assembly, and I have no doubt they will be just as horrified as I am. However, I strongly recommend that you also take action as well. The Assembly is powerful, but it is slow to act. You will have to do everything in your power to keep your people from being contaminated before the Assembly begins to move.
Thank you for your counsel and your support.
It's the least I can do.
Thank you for having us. We're leaving.
It was a pleasure. I hope we'll have another chance to meet.
Here we are, off the coast of the proud cities of the Congregation.
From another world, the
Madhouse Gaming.